Preface to the Prophet Ezekiel by Martin Luther. Ezekiel, like Daniel and many more, went willingly into captivity at Babylon, along with King Jeconiah, according to the counsel of Jeremiah, who constantly advised that they submit to the king of Babylon and live, and not resist, or they would be destroyed. Jeremiah chapter 21, verse 8. Then, when they had come to Babylon, as Jeremiah shows in Jeremiah chapter 24, verse 6, with his kind words of encouragement, they became impatient and were sorry beyond measure that they had submitted, since they saw that those who had stayed in Jerusalem and not surrendered had possession of the city and everything, and hoped to make Jeremiah a liar and defend themselves against the king of Babylon and remain in the land. The false prophets helped, encouraging the people at Jerusalem to think that Jerusalem would not be captured and that Jeremiah was a lying heretic. Along with this went the usual circumstance that those at Jerusalem claimed that they were holding honestly and firmly to God and fatherland, but that the others had submitted and deserted God and fatherland and were faithless traitors who could not trust or hope in God, and went over to their enemies because of the vile talking of Jeremiah the liar. That hurt and embittered those who had submitted to Babylon, and their captivity became a double one. Oh, how many a sound curse must they have wished on Jeremiah, whom they had followed, and who had led them astray so miserably. Therefore God raised up in Babylon this prophet Ezekiel to encourage the captives and prophesy against the false prophets at Jerusalem and confirm the word of Jeremiah. This he does thoroughly and prophesies far harder and far more than Jeremiah of how Jerusalem shall be destroyed and the people perish, with king and princes. But along with this, he promises that they shall return home to the land of Judah. This is the most important thing that Ezekiel did in his own time, and he deals with this down to chapter 25. After that, down to chapter 34, he extends his prophecy to all the lands round about, which the king of Babylon was to afflict. Then follow 4 chapters on the spirit and kingdom of Christ, and after that on the last tyrant in Christ's kingdom, Gog and Magog. At the end, he rebuilds Jerusalem, encouraging the people to believe that they shall go home again. But in the spirit, he means the eternal city, the heavenly Jerusalem, of which the Apocalypse also speaks.